So here's the first day when I picked the truck up. Had to load it on a flatbed. It was sunk in the ground about 2 inches. Once we got it to my house, we rinsed it off, and then I started digging in the motor. First thing I did was pull the carburetor off. So you can see it's just super gelled, completely loaded with garbage. I took the valve cover off just to make sure there wasn't anything strange going on in there, just to check the lash. And sure enough, there was 2 rods in there that were slightly bent. The belt here was completely shot, and I also replaced the 6-volt system with a 12-volt, so I took the generator out and put a modern alternator in there. Took the grill off. It was a little bit banged up. I did need the nose part. There was one piece that was missing, so I was able to buy that. Here the passenger door was completely rusted to the point where it wouldn't open or close, so I had to basically pull it off and then redo the whole hinge system. When I took the door panel apart, there's a little access panel on the bottom, and those are the beer cans that were stuck in there. So there's a piece that I had to cut out, part of the door hinge. Got the door back on now. Those are the 2 cover plates. One covers the transmission tunnel and the other one covers the battery access. Now I got everything put back together for the most part. It's just rattle canned black. There's nothing perfect about this, the way that I did the paint job. I did it in my driveway, so it's just an experiment for me, but it actually turned out pretty well. So I had to sand everything down, took the windows out. You can see they're delaminating here. So now I have it in real primer, so it's primer gray, and that's the color I went with. It's a seafoam green. Yes, I have overspray on the wheels, but I wasn't planning on keeping those wheels or tires. They're completely dry rotted. So here I'm working on the light system. The headlights working, the fog lights, now the interior lights everything's coming together. Here's my cat hanging out on the upholstery. Got the new steering wheel ready to be installed. So here's the seat covers. Pretty straightforward to put it on. I did just put it over the original upholstery. Here's a shot of the new tires that I'm going to be putting on there. And then I just have some basic steel wheels that are primered gray, but I ended up just keeping them in primer gray. I thought it looked kind of cool with just the center caps. Finally got my vehicle inspection, everything passed, and now I finally have her on the road. So she runs great, nice and quiet, idles perfectly, fun truck, and yeah, it took about 6 months total to get everything finished up. I still work on it every now and then. Obviously, it's never done, but it took about 6 months to get it to the point where I first got it out of the ground, pulled into my driveway. 6 months later, I had it running and driving and inspected, and was able to enjoy it and drive it around.